Being healthy doesn't mean you have to spend hours at the gym. Exercise can be fun.
And especially if that fun is dancing. And you likely know this, but it's a Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And Marie and Wayne Corso, owners of Fred Astaire Dance Studio here in Tucson, are here to talk about how it's related to fighting the disease, how dancing is. Nice to have you both.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Such a pleasure. So what is the link between breast cancer and dancing? It's a positive link, not a negative one.
Well, yes, of course. But rather than us tell you or what we think, what has happened in our corporate office is that Tony Dovolani, who's our national dance director, has sort of surveyed some of our dancers. So within our pool of dancers throughout the country, we've got people who have struggled with breast cancer, who've conquered the disease, and also oncologists who work with patients. So that basically hearing it firsthand is a lot more powerful. These videos are very powerful and inspiring. We've taken some excerpts to listen to today. And
we're going to get to those, in
Yeah.
just a moment, because they are powerful to hear specifically from people, hey, this changed my life in this way. I mean, it's so scary to battle something like this, and the unknown is so huge, but to have something different to look forward to, which would be dancing, would be so nice for a lot of these people. So what would you say the specific part of dancing really helps?
I don't know. I think it's a distraction for sure, and it gives women the opportunity to think beyond what they're going through and the treatment, and they're able to experience life as feeling like a woman again.
Right, yes.
You know,
and that
makes them feel stronger.
Yeah.
It pushes them emotionally and physically beyond what they feel they're capable of.
Right.
Physiologically, I mean, exercise of any type is found to make you healthier, right?
Yeah.
Especially if you're undergoing such a difficult circumstance like breast cancer. I mean, going through those treatments is hard on your body, and so having this outlet is an incredible way to sort of, like you say, distract, but also make you stronger. So why don't we hear one of those excerpts that you've brought along from an actual, someone who actually benefited from dance. Let's take a listen.
Let's do that.
I try to tell my patients that that's okay. It's okay to have good days and bad days, and you don't have to be strong all the time. I say, especially within the walls of my exam room, I want patients to be honest with me, because that's really the only way we can help, is if we know what someone is dealing with, both physically and spiritually and psychologically.
It's funny because I started seeing my sister declining until I took her to the first dance class. And it's like months later, I had asked her, I said, what did dancing do for you? And she said, I felt like a woman again.
Yes, I think as a physician, I sometimes have to practice a little tough love, where I have to say, you know, if you don't feel like it, you have to go anyway, and you have to keep moving, and you have to keep eating, and you have to push yourself. And I say, would you skip your chemotherapy this week? And the patient say, no, of course I'm going to come for my chemotherapy this week. And then I say, well, then you have to move too. Then you have to do your physical activity, and you have to eat, because in a way that's medicine too. Surgery is not enough. You have to take care of the whole body. You have to take care of the mind too.
That's great. And dancing does both.
Absolutely.
Dance is your way to life.
Yeah.
And it is important, I think, to talk about the female aspect and how it's important to feel pretty. And if you lose your hair, you know, that can be very disruptive and psychologically can be very damaging, and it affects everybody around you. But the motion and the music and just being with a partner, it does help you feel beautiful, I would imagine.
Yeah, yeah, it does. They put on the beautiful ballroom dresses and that kind of a thing. And there's, of course, there's always wigs, and there's you know, ways of making them feel that they've made the right choice. And like she was saying, pushing them and making them, you know, come to the lessons and that sort of a thing. And of course, you can always, you know, shorten the lesson. It's just get you there, you know, get you here.
But then it's the escape, and I mean, nobody leaves, I'm sure, during the middle of the lesson. It's just getting you through the door, and then you just let it all, you know, loose. It's
and
nice.
I can imagine too the sense of family, of community that you get, of support, of meeting other fellow dancers.
That's a great point, and they talked about the different types of support networks that everybody has, and it's just part of the team. You have the doctors, you have your family members, you have friends or whatever who are supporting you through that, and when you come to the studio, you have another part of that team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need to have that joy going through
Exactly. The other thing that they talked about in some of the other interviews that was really interesting to me was the was you have your treatment phase of the disease and then your post-treatment. So people coming out of their treatment phase are thinking, wow, I'm a completely different person than I ever was before, and I need to remake myself.
Powerful,
And the dancing has really helped with that.
So if anybody at home has a family member who needs a little bit of pushing, this would be the ultimate medicine to have in addition to everything else. Thanks so much for being here.
Exactly.
Thank you.
And right now, new students can get a free introductory lesson of the month of October. For more information, you can check out fredistaire.com/Tucson, or you can call them at 520-300-5490.